action. We got 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 woo. We got action. We got action. We got woo. We got action. Now we got action. We got woo. You are now tuned in to Intellectually Petty Radio. Hey, yo, Jobs. We got action, homie.
And you are now tuned into another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, brought to you by M3S3 Clothing. Men make moves and suckers stand still. And as always, on the mighty Nerve DJs Radio Network, y'all already know we only rock with legends over here, and today is absolutely no exception, man. We got one of the GOATs of battle rap and one of the dopest niggas to put a pen to paper in the history of vocal cords and fingertips. We got Marvwon in the building. How you doing, King?
1 2 1 2 1 2. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, I'm
How you
blessed.
doing?
I'm
How's
blessed.
your family?
Man, we all fine, man. Thanks for asking.
Oh, no doubt, man. Yo, like when I say you one of the goats at this shit, bro, you are absolutely one of the goats. What came first, wanting to battle rap or wanting to write a song?
Oh, I definitely started off as an artist. Like battle rap was. I only battled so I could get like free promo for my music. Like I started off as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been writing rhymes forever. So it just so happened, you know what I'm saying, that I was kind of witty. You know what I'm saying? Like I can take a joke and give a joke. So the battle thing just kind of like fell into my lap. Pause. But yeah, I got like notebooks of me like writing raps in like the third grade. You know what I'm saying?
Are you serious? The third grade?
For sure.
Oh, hell no, man. I can barely put a sentence together in the third grade, let alone write a whole fucking rap.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, I should have been doing my schoolwork, but I was writing raps like an idiot.
Who's inspiring you in the third grade? Like, who's like your go-to MC?
So I am a little older, so my go-to MC has always been Big Daddy Kane. Like I always felt he was that dude for me. And but you know, through the years, you get you find your tribe of people. So you know, depending on the day, it could be Jay-Z, it could be Royce, it could be Rock Marciano. Like it just depends on the day.
Yo, Rock Marciano got a artist. What's his name? Is it Great God?
Yeah, Great God, that's my man.
Oh, this nigga is crazy, man. Yo, that's kind of like my drive to work shit. It shouldn't be, but
Nah, man. So Rock is on a very short list of people that, you know what I'm saying, I have to work with before I quit. You know what I'm saying? So,
who else is on the list?
Fonte from Lil Brother.
Okay, fire.
And there's a rapper named Ka. He actually runs with Rock. Like they actually got a group called Metal Clergy, and I think Ka has the best pen in rap, period. So he's one of the people that I would want to test myself against for sure.
Better than Royce.
Two different types of pens.
Okay.
Two different types of pens. One is more Royce is more gymnastics. He's showing you. It's like Ali and Foreman. You know what I'm saying? Like one is gonna show you all the intricacies, and the other one is gonna get straight to the point. You know what I'm saying? And as less steps as possible. I can appreciate both.
I got you on that. He kind of broke it down to me too. I got a chance to interview Royce a couple months ago.
Okay.
And he kind of broke it down to me. Like he kind of said the same thing in comparing himself to other people.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's like, some people talk that shit better than me, but I do X, Y, and Z better than a lot of people.
He does it better than almost everyone, honestly.
And he's gotten so much better when he got sober.
That's the scary part. That's the scary part. Man. I was a fan of Royce when there wasn't much substance behind it, like when it was just good raps. And then when he put the substance into it, like and was able and was able to control that and became like the super Jedi, it was like, oh, it's over. It's over for niggas.
Yeah, man. Yo, speaking of the substance, though, man, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. It's pretty much a perfect project, bro.
Man, I think it's my most perfect project. You know what I'm saying? And I got some good projects, but I don't want to be a prisoner of the moment either. But I definitely feel like this is it's gonna be hard pressed. It's gonna be hard pressed for anybody to drop a rap album this year that's better than mine. Now, whether or not it does the numbers or it gets the accolades, that remains to be seen. But I feel like it's gonna be difficult for anybody to drop a album better than mine.
It's a perfect blend of being a grown ass man, talking about shit you went through, and still being relevant to today's society.
Trying, man, trying. Like I just like this. Like I didn't. I felt like this wasn't the album to talk about how good I am as a rapper. Like a lot of times, like I think rappers get caught up in that, like us having to tell people that we're good at what we do, and it comes across in the song. But this one, like, it didn't feel like I'm going to the club. Like, it didn't feel like I'm like I don't do drill music. Like it just it felt very very true to me, and it just happens to resonate. You know what I'm saying with a lot of people, and I'm happy behind that.
Most introspective song on the project.
Um, Personally, it's probably gonna be good things
I was
with Kelly with Quelle Chris. Shouts to Quelle.
yes, yes.
Um, if we're talking just intro like just deep song, then it's probably Purple.
Yo, like I got a few songs that are just for me. I got four songs that were just my favorite.
Okay.
Rock Nation Brunch,
Mm-hmm.
Purple, Good
Mm-hmm.
Thing, and Measuring Sticks.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, it's like I had to do measuring stick just because one, like I got an
cause you
Elzar
got to,
verse.
nigga. You an MC.
Yeah, that's and I got an Elzar verse. That's like finding a fucking unicorn.
Oh
You know what
my
I'm saying?
god, yo,
And,
yo.
shouts to my man Fat Father, who is one of my favorites, man. He nice. That's just
One
nice,
of the most
man.
underrated niggas to ever bless Detroit.
But that's cause he doesn't need it. You know what I'm saying? Like if he was a nigga who wasn't confident in who he is, then maybe so. But everybody who's supposed to know, yeah, we know.
Yo,
We know.
and Elmatic,
Yeah, man, I pulled off. I,
rack.
I pulled off an Ocean's 13 type joint, man. You know what I'm saying? I was able to get the cracking up, man.
Yo, how does that feel when you know what you can just sit in the lab and say I want X, Y, and Z, and they pick up.
Um, well, you know, I feel like every joint like every feature I've done or had on my shit is because of relationships that I fostered. So it's not necessarily me going to them immediately and asking them, you know what I'm saying, like, will you do this? I also try not to force situations. If there's something that I hear or an idea or a concept that I have, and I feel like it fits a certain person, I have no problem going to my friend and saying, yo, this is what I'm thinking, blah blah blah. But I don't want to get too ahead of myself and say, that I could just call anybody. But I am very blessed to have a very extensive circle of people that I can call on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super blessed about that.
And I don't know if that's me or you, but there's like a weird kind of creepy undertone that I can hear, a little noise.
Really?
Yeah.
Hold up. Probably me.
And okay, did I miss Quest on the album?
No,
Or
no.
is he not
Quest was on.
there?
No, he not on this one. He was on my project before. I put an EP out maybe a year ago called Haggler, and he was on there.
Okay. Talk to me about that relationship. Like, how did you guys meet?
Oh, that's my guy, man. We met in the hip hop scene. We met. There was an open mic in Hamtramck that all of us frequented called the Lush. Like we were around the same age, so we were both making our bones in the city around the same time. He was going there, I was going there. Um, and like we actually got cool. We actually got cool through battle rap. There was an opportunity for two people for a team to win $50,000. and you know, by the grace of God, like we ended up like we're saying, well, let's me and you work together, and we've been rolling strong ever since. That was 04, 05, no, maybe 06, 07, maybe. Yeah, that's my guy.
And y'all might, and I don't know if might is even necessary. Personally, y'all the best two-man team in battle rap. Period.
So here's what I say behind that when people make that statement. I'll never argue best. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like best is way more subjective. Like you can like something else. But I do feel that we're the greatest 2-on-2 team of all time. There's a difference between greatest and best in my world. And I think somebody can still be the best at something and you can tell the story of it without them. If they're the greatest at something, you can't tell the story without them. And I feel like you can't tell the story of battle rap, especially 2-on-2 battle rap, without speaking about me and Quest. So like I feel like that makes us the greatest. 20 years in, one bad performance. Like, yeah, give us our flowers.
Wait a minute, what was the bad performance?
Versus Twerk and Suge. Like they really they went crazy on us. You know what I'm saying? But it was a lot of other factors. You know what I'm saying that went into it. But we're professionals, so no excuses. You know what I'm saying? It was just a bad day at the office.
Dopest battle performance you've had, two man or otherwise.
So dopest two man was me and Quest against Chess and Steams for URL for the very first double impact.
Yeah,
That was
crazy. If you've
that was
not
that
seen
was
that, please go see that.
that was one of them ones.
Yeah.
And personally, it's probably against my man Latize. Latize is really, really good, and you know what I'm saying. Like in order to even compete with him, I knew I had to catch lightning in a bottle, and I was able to do it that night. You know what I'm saying.
Yo, I ain't seen that nigga in a minute.
Now Latize's still out. Latize's still active, but I know he's gotten more into the filming aspect of it. But he'll still smoke somebody's boots in a battle rap for sure.
Is it a dying sport now?
No, it's not a dying sport. If it's dying, it's because it's starting to eat itself. You know what I'm saying?
It
But
ain't starting. URL started that to eat itself like some years
no,
ago.
I'm not gonna say that. I think the greed of the rapper started it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think the greed of the rapper started it. Um, Now maybe they played into it, or maybe they realized that they could dangle a carrot in front of certain people. You know what I'm saying, and get what they wanted out of them if they promised them a little bit more. But it's not dying. It's to a point now. Like it's to a point now where people are literally getting paid five figures for a battle, whether they win or lose. I
Yeah.
remember I remember when I first started like battling around the time, like I was battling, like I was jumping to 16-man tournaments like for $100 at the end of the night. You know what I'm saying? Like so it like it's not dying. Like it's definitely evolving. Like it's definitely evolving, and I'm proud of where it is because there are young men and women who can financially support like their people with their talent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think
Yeah.
that's the biggest takeaway from it. That's the biggest blessing.
I think URL, the contracts were in theory a really good idea. In practice, they made some mistakes and that
I
cost them.
dis I disagree. I
Really?
disagree. Yeah, I disagree. I think they did what any standard business would do. Like if I'm building you, you know what I'm saying, then I can't allow you to take the equity that I've put into you and go somewhere else and I don't see anything from it. I think what happened is I think there were a lot of people who didn't necessarily understand the nuances of business. And like they went
Yeah.
into it with the homie handshake, and they realized that the homie handshake may not hold up in this arena.
Yeah.
So then they felt that they were slighted when it was put in front of like when it was put in front of your face in clear black and white, like all day. You just chose not to do your due diligence and find out what it is you were signing. And that
Yeah.
happens
A lot.
That happens a lot in all forms of business.
Yeah. If there's a contract, somebody getting screwed over for not reading it.
Yeah, for sure. But why would I do that? Because you know me? No, no. Let
Yeah.
me get. Let's tell like take some of that dope money you niggas be rapping about and go get you a lawyer to look over a contract, or
It's not that difficult.
keep one on retainer to look over a contract.
How
Like
long did it take for you to get to that point where your business acumen caught up with your talent?
I was a little. Ooh, I'm not sure that it has honestly. There are some times where I still leave money on the floor and things like that. I don't think my I don't think my business acumen will ever catch up to 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 my to my ability to be able to look in the mirror. You know what I'm saying? And be cool with who I am
Yeah.
and be comfortable with the decisions that I've made. There are some great opportunities that I've left on the floor because I felt it didn't paint me in the right light, or because it was a money grab, or just because it wasn't of me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I've been very, very blessed and very lucky to have smart people in my corner all the time. So, like me being about my business was never an issue because I had people who pulled my coattails for certain things.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, it was never an instance of me feeling like I got screwed or jerked. And, I'm really easy to work with, but I'm also very stern in what I want. You know what I'm saying? And maybe that's costing me some spotlight, but I can walk in any of these spots with my chest out, my head held high, and be cool with the decisions I've made.
Yeah. Morality definitely got a price.
For some people,
No, no.
for
What I
some
mean,
people,
well, I won't say a price, a cost.
yeah, yeah, it has a cost, but then it's like
Yeah.
if it's a cost you're willing to pay,
Yeah.
like me missing out on a couple $1,000s, like is not going to like it's not worth me feeling like, damn, I did something that wasn't of my character. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah. I feel you on that.
that's not. I'm not interested in playing that game at all.
Yeah, trust me, I understand because there's a lot of shit that I could have had on the show that would have got me a bag, but I'm not gonna be able to sleep at night doing
Yeah,
goofy shit.
yeah, and that's much more. That's much more important to me personally.
Detroit hip hop. Where does it
Agrees.
start for you?
Where does it start for me? Detroit hip hop starts for me. Detroit hip hop starts for me very, very, very young. I didn't have an older brother, you know what I'm saying, but I did have my older cousin Chuck. And my older cousin Chuck was like, the biggest influence like on me. And I remember he went to he went to this record store. I think it was called Records for You or something over in New Center. It was right on Woodward. And I remember he bought this tape. He bought this tape, and it was this dude who had two Tech Nines pointed at the heads of a nigga who looked like LL Cool J and a nigga who looked like Cool Mo D. And
Wait a minute, who is this?
oh, it was Awesome Dre. It was Awesome Dre.
I don't remember that.
It was Awesome Dre. He had a single. He put out a maxi single. One was called Lame Loser, and one was called I Don't Like You. So he was dissing LL and Cool Mo D. And when I realized that he was from Detroit, it was like, oh shit, he's like from here. This isn't like the Public Enemies or the Boogie Down Productions, like the people that seem so far away. I was like, oh, this nigga's from here. So for me, it started early. When I decided that it was something that I felt I could contribute to, it was Fantastic Volume One. You know what I'm saying? For Slum Village, it was the most incredible thing that I'd ever heard. And to this day, like no album has given me that feeling. You know what I'm saying? Like
Oh,
no album has given me the feeling of Fantastic Volume One. I just remembered like, oh shit. And then I went and saw them at a show. I think they like opened for like Killer Priest or something like that. It was at Alvin's. I'll never forget. I was too young to get in there, but we snuck in. And just the like and just the control that they had. And when they did Look of Love and when it dropped and everybody knew the words, I was like, oh yeah, this is it. Like, yo, yeah, this is it for me.
for
So
me,
like mhm.
Two albums.
Hmm.
Sonically, Alligator City was just
Okay.
nigga. When they matter of fact, when they put that out on streaming platforms, I had to buy that. I bought that shit in 5 minutes.
It's only right. It's only right.
Oh my god! But
It's off the rock bottom.
DJ Los and Easy B.
Ooh, shouts to DJ Los, man.
I went to high school with Los.
Did you?
Yes, and he was the first motherfucker I knew and saw that literally had their own album. Like I'm
Hmm.
52 years old and still
Hmm.
remember this nigga walking down the hallway in Ford with that album in his hand.
So the first person that I ever saw with their own album, I was still super young, and it was Champtown. Champtown had this green vinyl on Straight Jacket Records, and I remember him and my stepfather used to work at the same place. So when I would like go to work with my stepfather, you know what I'm saying? Like he was running around with the green hair and all that, and he was the first person that I saw with their own like stuff. It's just and it made it feel very attainable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot about the red tape too. Forgot about that one.
Oh, Isham, yeah. What's that?
Yeah.
Boom. That's booming words, right?
I think that was Booming Words. Yeah.
Yeah, it's booming
That
words.
shit
Booming
was
words from him.
yeah, like Esham for like, a lot of people get a lot of independent credit. Esham was doing independent numbers, like
Yeah, yeah. Doing big numbers.
doing big numbers
Doing big numbers.
before a lot of the folks that get more credit than he does.
And he should be credited with creating like a style of rap, like that whole like
That
horrorcore acid
horrorcore
rap
shit,
thing. Like yeah, that's
nigga.
Esham. Of course, you know people can say it was Gangsta Nick, or people can say it was maybe even the Ghetto Boys. But I really think that that's Esham for sure.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was before. He was before the Ghetto Boys, though. If I, or at least before my introduction to the Ghetto Boys.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. King Gordy.
No, because we can't be stopped. We can't be stopped came out before the red tape, I believe, but it just wasn't like it was more street oriented. It wasn't like deep, like it wasn't like dark.
No, it wasn't like shit that I like. My mother was okay with the Ghetto Boys,
Ooh, that's
but
crazy.
my mom's was with the shits, bruh.
Oh, salute, moms,
No, rest her
salute,
soul,
moms,
but my mom's was absolutely with the shits. Like
salute,
she was
moms.
one of the few adults that I knew that was on board with hip hop from day one.
Dope. That's love.
Yeah.
That's love.
King Gordy,
Hmm.
definitely a legend in the game.
Complete legend. Complete legend. The most underrated rapper from the city of Detroit,
You think so? Why you say
without
that?
question. Gordy is one of the best rappers to ever come from here. Gordy is on the level of Royce or M or Elzai. Gordy is on that level. Where people give him shit is because of the content. And I can appreciate if you don't understand the content. But the way he puts that shit together is unbelievable. It is unbelievable what Gordy does in that booth. Like and being like and being in a group with him and Fats and my man Bang Belushi, like that was legitimately my college. Like those were my college years. Like I learned how to get good from the people on my team. And watching Gordy do what he does, and every now and again he'll jump back into like a more urban street bag, and he smokes shit, bro. Gordy is different, and I'm not even saying that to be funny. Gordy is different, bro. Gordy different.
Okay, you got it. I give you a starting five for Detroit. Who you got?
My personal starting five is going to be Guilty Simpson, Royce the 5'9", Eminem, Elzai, and Fat Father. That's my five. But
Interestingly, I would not put Eminem in my starting five.
here's the thing, bro. Like, can't you can't knock what he did, and you can't knock who he is. People can say whatever they want about him personally, which I don't think. I think most of that shit is unfounded anyway, because it all sounds like grown-ups who were expecting another grown-up to take care of them, and I think that's a little shitty. But when you got Rakim saying like, "Oh yo, he might be the best ever." You know what I'm saying? When you got Kane saying like, "Oh yeah, he's the one." When G Rap says, "Oh yeah, he's the guy." You gotta give it. You got you that has to weigh into it.
my thing is, it's not a talent based decision.
Yeah, but I'm saying for me, from the Slim Shady EP to the Slim Shady LP to the Marshall Mathers LP to the D12 records, I couldn't. I wouldn't be who I am without those projects.
And I can see
I
you saying that, but from
Yeah.
a Detroit culture, di-
Why? Like
but
why
that,
though? Like to see, and that's the thing that bothered me. Like why? Like what part of the culture didn't he actually live? Like he was legitimately like sneaking into Osborne and battling. Like he was legitimately on 7 Mile at the hip hop shop. He legitimately like him and Denine had like cribs. Like I never understood although I'm sure there are some parts that aren't necessarily uh for us or parts of it that none of us lived, but him standing in a trailer is no different than somebody growing up in the Brewsters. Like what part of the story didn't he live?
it's not the story that he didn't live. It is, did he change the needle of Detroit? Not of the world, but just of the city. And for me, like Big Herc changed Detroit hip hop more so than he did.
I
Just my
think
2 cents.
no, no and I won't argue that because I think Herc is a goat. I think Herc is one of our goats. But I'm saying if you feel that man didn't put a battery in everybody's back from this city who was rapping to think that we could achieve numbers like that, then you're incorrect.
And
You
I
know what
will
I'm
say,
saying?
yeah, I will say, Obi Trice, one of the most underrated niggas to come out the
I
city.
agree. I agree. I agree. And I think a lot of niggas try to downplay Obi in the beginning because of his affiliation with a nigga that they didn't like. Like
Facts.
a lot, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like nigga, I grew up idolizing D12. You know what I'm saying? Like I know those niggas are actual niggas. Like legit punch you in the face, like Monte Carlo driving ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
the
got you.
embodiment, the embodiment of everything Detroit. Like, but people put them in a box just because of their dislike for someone who they felt didn't represent them. And then the question becomes, is it his job to represent you, or is it his job to represent himself and fuck with the people who fucked with him? You know
I
what I'm
think
saying?
I think for their group dynamic, that wasn't his position. That was Proof's position to rep
Agreed.
to represent
Agreed.
Detroit and to be that bridge. And when he passed, there was nobody that could replace him.
I agree. And there'll never be anybody who can replace Proof
Yeah.
at
So
all.
I
But
think I
but but
think
I think
that's
it's
where the disconnect kind of comes from
no. I think it
with
no.
expectations.
I think it's unfair. But here's people can say what they want to say,
Okay.
and I'm not caping. I'm not caping for anybody. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all grown ups. But at the end of the day, that man changed the lives of 8 niggas. You know what I'm saying? Legit. He went back and got his group members.
Yeah.
Did he put Royce on? Then Obi got put on. Now he's sown his seeds. At this point, everything under that is supposed to go out and do the same.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't understand why he bears the brunt of that. You know what I'm saying? But again, I'll never argue anybody's take on it because you know what I'm saying. I still made my own way, and everybody else can make their own way as well. You know what I'm saying?
And I'd say that Detroit hip hop right now is in a beautiful position.
Yeah, I'm super happy for the young boys. I'm super happy for the young boys. I'm super happy for Babyface Ray and Icewear Vezos and fucking T Grizzlies and Sadas. Like I'm super proud of like the young Rocks and the Signs. Like it's in a very, very good space. And even on the more hip hop side, whether it's Nolan or whether it's Clear Soul Forces or uh, Chef Geach or Overrolling, like we're in a really, really, really good space. You know what I'm saying? And I'll proudly wave a flag for the city of Detroit for any young artist who needs me to.
What I thought was dope was who was that? Skilla Baby. Was it Skilla? I forget who was kind of not, kind of, I don't want to say beefing, but whatever you want to call it, and how they kind of navigated that effectively and kind of mended some fences. And I think that had a beautiful ripple effect. And that's something
Yeah.
that I don't think that, especially my generation, if you didn't like a nigga, you just didn't like a nigga and it kept on going.
But yeah, but also there wasn't as much money in play as it is now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm quite sure the idea of fucking up a couple dollars could bring you to the table. It's a lot of money floating around for these
It's a
young boys.
lot of money for these niggas. And these
And you know what I'm
niggas
saying?
they have used social media the way it's supposed to be used.
Agreed. Agreed.
And oh man, yeah, man. When I the matter of fact, I remember last year when Doug put together the concert, and I'm
Hmm.
telling somebody, I'm like, ain't no way in hell I'd go to that fucking concert. That shit's gonna be all type of mess. And then I wake up the next day after the concert, and nothing, but
Yeah.
but beautiful. And then I felt so fucking stupid
Yeah.
that I didn't have confidence in
Give
these young niggas.
yeah. Give them the opportunity to impress you. Don't go into it. Don't go into it with the mindset of it's gonna be some fuck shit. Because like I said, it's a lot of money at play for them. That's a lot of money in play. Like you can't fuck it up over this, over something small. And I think they grasp that quicker than my generation did or my era did.
Facts.
Pride was almost as big of currency as actual money was in my generation.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
unnecessary pride.
Unnecessary pride. Yeah.
Yo, so, matter of fact, was it on Grand Thing where you talked about kind of hanging it up or thinking about hanging it up?
Hmm.
Is that
Yeah.
just a song or was that a real conversation with yourself?
No, that's a real conversation. I think that's why it resonates with so many artists. I think you get to at least for me, I got to the point of realizing that what what I love so much would never love me back the way that I love it. And you start to wonder if you've made a misstep or if you went the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? And pouring your all into it. Like it's not just a thing of like putting all your eggs in one basket. Like the whole fucking hen is in the basket for me. You know what I'm saying? Like so. Now there are definitely days where I feel like it, but there are more days where I'm grateful to say, a kid from the east side of Detroit was able to go to Africa because of rap, or what I'm saying, I was able to go to Japan China because of rap, or what I'm saying, I'm able to not have to work what is deemed as a regular job because of my passion and my talent. So on the days where it's lean, you know, I can get in my feelings, but I'm overall more grateful for the opportunities, you know what I'm saying, that rap has blessed me with.
You went to China?
Yeah, I went to Shanghai. I went to Shanghai, China. I went to Shanghai, China, and I went to Johannesburg, South Africa, for sure.
Okay, but what you doing? You rapping in China?
Yeah, I'm rapping in China. I'm rapping in China. And I'm also only eating Lay's potato chips and drinking Heinekens because I'm walking through the town square and they got a dog hanging on a hook, like people are buying it. I'm like, oh shit. I gotta eat stuff I know.
Which wows me out about our country, man, because we eat some disgusting shit.
But not a dog. We love dogs. TikTok has made me a dog person. I'm a whole bitch for one of them videos, bro. Like when them dogs, like, boy, what? What? They done got thousands of dollars out of me, man. Like, they got it, bro.
Yo,
Cats,
but
not so much, but dogs for sure.
so you don't give a fuck about the cats.
Man, cats too independent, bro. Like they don't need us.
No,
Like,
they
get the
don't.
fuck on. Like, and they evil, bro. Like they evil.
The most evil animals on. They the only animals that I can think of or heard of that just kill for the sport.
Bro, cats are crazy, bro.
Yeah, they'll kill some shit and bring it to you. They don't even want to eat it.
Yeah, like here you
Look what
go.
I
Look at
did.
this. Look what I did. Look at me
Yeah,
assert my dominance.
yeah, like bruh, it's a fucking mouse. I'm glad you did because I don't want to see the mouse, but go hide it somewhere. I don't need that shit in
Man,
my
no,
leg.
get crazy. Get crazy.
What's next?
Man, just pushing this album. Just pushing this album. That's all I care about. I feel like this is an incredible body of work, and I won't stop until everybody in the world has had an opportunity to hear it. So that's all I care about, bro. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Out on all platforms. Shouts to Mellow Music Group for the opportunity to present this to the world, and just shouts for all the good energy like I've got back from it. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I'm speaking. I feel like I'm speaking for a group of people who enjoy HGTV. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going out getting into fights. I would much rather go to a card party than go to the club. I would love to be in the bed by 10:30. Like I'm speaking for that demographic right now, man.
Nigga, that's peak old man hours for me.
And I'm
9:30 for me, bruh.
look a good 10:30, bro. A good 10:30. I'm Gucci, bro.
Yeah.
Don't call my
Yo,
phone after that.
nigga, I had an interview Tuesday that was supposed to be at 9 o'clock. After I got off work at 7 o'clock and did 12 hours, and they was half an hour late, and I'm sitting here like,
I ain't gonna make it.
oh,
I ain't
bruh.
gonna make it. Don't
This ain't right, God. What you doing to me?
don't you call my phone after 10:30. I don't care what it is. I don't look. I don't care if you a girl and you in your feelings, you hot and bothered. Don't call me after 10:30. It's
Yo,
over.
the hard copies. I see you got the boys coming out. How can I
Yeah,
get an
yeah.
autographed CD?
Man, just tap in with me after this, man. I got you. I'll put one together for you, man.
Yeah, I absolutely need that.
Got you.
Yeah, because matter of fact, I'm going to Subway today. Actually, I've listened to the album a couple of times. Actually, more than a couple, but you know who's counting. And a couple things, the song selection and the placement. The placement is more important for me. Like that's just a lost art nowadays. Niggas will
I
just
agree.
make a bunch of songs and don't think about conceptually how it fits.
I agree.
So that stood out to me. The production.
Yeah, man. I did all right.
Is that you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I did all the beats on the album.
Every one of them.
Yeah, yeah. I did all the beats. Brought him in here to my man Maestro. He put the sprinkle on them. He
Hold on.
shined them up a little bit.
You say Maestro like Chaos and Maestro?
No, 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 no. Although shouts to the good brother Jason who's doing some incredible things. You know what I'm saying? Over there with the cave over Della. You know what I'm saying? But no, no, my man Maestro Williams from Silent Riot. He came in here and put the pizzazz on him. But yeah, I did all the beats.
Who mixed it?
Actually my man Maestro Williams did. He mixed it.
Yeah, your man did a phenomenal job with the
I
mix too,
appreciate
bro.
that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you know, like that. It just be the little things, man, that take a
Yeah.
good album and turn it into a great one.
Yeah, and that's what I feel I'm presenting to the world right now. I feel like I got a great album.
Dilla memories.
Only met him once. Of course I'm a huge fan, like huge influence. But I met him once. You know what I'm saying? We were all slated. A couple rappers were slated to be on a project he was producing. He was doing a Welcome to Detroit Part Two, and my man Hex Murder and my man House Shoes were like heading it up. So they had picked certain artists, and we were gonna go like have a meeting about the project, and we all pulled up at the restaurant, and we were all there before him. And he pulled up in that Escalade with Dilla laid on the side. You know what I'm saying? With the fifth wheel, shit was knocking. Like I was like, oh my god, he really got his name on the side of the truck. It's crazy. Um, and he walked into the circle, and I introduced myself, like, hey, you know, I'm Marvwon. He's like, nigga, I know who you are. I was like, oh shit. So that was the only time that we had met physically. But he will always be a huge inspiration for what I do, and just sonically trying to push boundaries with beats for sure. Him and my man Mr. Porter, you know what I'm saying? Like, shouts to my man Denon too. Like, they really, really inspire me with beats for sure.
Yo, it seems like at least once a month I hear a song that the non Porter has done that I had no clue the nigga did.
And boy, and they all bangers too.
Oh my god.
Niggas be fronting on the god. Niggas be fronting on my bro. He gets crazy.
Oh my god. You know he doesn't say a lot.
Yeah, I get on him for that too. I wish you were more boisterous, but he's like, why? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can still like only he lets the work speak for him. He doesn't speak for the work, and I've taken that from him as well. I'm trying to take that from him. I'm trying to incorporate it.
I think one of the greatest crimes in Detroit hip hop was Hex murder. His physical setbacks.
It wasn't a crime. Um, although it's not, although although it's not ideal. I do think the fact that he was able to live through it and give himself a new lease on life is the takeaway from that. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, like selfishly, of course, I want, you know what I'm saying, my friend back to what I was introduced to him as. But I understand the space he's in now and where his mind is. And although the body may not be what it once was, his mind is just as sharp and as strong as it's ever been. And now he has a little bit more thankfulness about him.
I
You
got
know
you.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just try to focus on that, not the shit that's quote unquote wrong.
Like if I had the bread to do one documentary on one person in Detroit, he'd be the guy.
Man, that would be a very short documentary because all the shit you could talk about, you probably
Can't
nobody's
talk
gonna talk
about.
about it. You did, so that's gonna be shorter than this interview, bro. That's gonna be shorter than this, man.
Yo, but when you see the niggas stories on Facebook, it's like, yo. And I remember one time I reached out to him. I'm like, man, I'd love to interview you. And he was like, well, I can't. And I'm like, oh, I was just crushed selfishly.
I get it, man. It's some hex murder stories floating around here, man. They floating. They out here for sure.
What hex murder story can you tell me?
Other than him being probably the smartest person that I've met in my journey in hip hop. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? Like, oh, without question, Hex Hex was Hex is one of the like 3 4 biggest influences on me in my career. Like, and not just on some rap shit. Like, just being like just having a point and standing on it. Like, knowing what your worth is and your value is, and not taking anything below that. Like, and just knowing how to move. Like, yo, like, you supposed to be here. Like, so act like it. Like, Hex is by far the smartest person I've met in this shit. So I don't even want to get on here and tell a story that glorifies something other than that. You know what
I
I'm
feel you.
saying?
Yeah.
That's that
Yeah.
that's super important to me.
And the crazy thing is when Rita was like, okay, we got Marvwon coming on the show. I'm like,
Hmm.
nigga, I'm a fan. Like some interviews, it's kind of like business,
Hmm.
and some interviews is for my soul.
I'm humble. I'm humbled by
This
that,
is
man. I try.
absolutely the latter, man.
I
Like,
try,
like,
man.
and I've seen you. Like I saw you on what's that? With oh my god, why I can't remember the nigga name? Math Hoffa.
Hmm. On his
You and you
podcast,
you
yeah.
you in Quest.
Hmm.
Um, and yo, man, I'm thinking to myself, like, finally,
Detroit
it
nigga.
no, finally, y'all niggas is getting the y'all just do.
Yeah, but even then, that's still a little out of character for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, for as boisterous as I can be, I'd much rather just like blend in with people. So having like the focus put on me is like it's still weird. I'm still I'm still learning how to adapt to that. But yeah, shouts to my man Math too. Like, he's really, really taking off. I'm super proud of bro. Super.
Yo, like I like him better as a podcaster.
I can appreciate that.
Although, damn, what battle was that? Him and Chilla. That your man's was in his bag on against Chilla. And I,
He was in his bag against me, nigga. That's the only. I think that's the only like real loss I took from 1-on-1. Math is the only one that I'll be like, oh yeah, he got me.
it's a couple like him and Suge. Never really been like fans of, and
Okay.
like Suge early on, I just thought was horrible. But Suge's gotten 1,000% better.
Sugar's
Suge
gotten a
is
1,000% better.
yeah.
I'm really I'm super proud of him. And he got this wing sauce out right now. Uh, I think it's called what is it called? One wing straight or something like that. I fuck with it. I'm super happy to see people take their notoriety from this and expand into other places. That's fire.
That is that's extremely fire.
Hmm.
Okay, battle rap. I'll give you a starting five. Who you got?
T-Rex, Murder Mook, Loaded Lux, The Source, Pat Stay.
Yo, Pat, you met rest in peace, Pat Stay.
Rest in peace.
Pat
I feel I feel
Stay.
I feel like each one I feel like each person. Well, no, well, yeah. I feel like each person legitimately is the face or the king of their region. So, so the three New York niggas is just because people always argued Mook and Lux as being like 1 and 2. Even though I always felt like Rex was number one. So for me personally, that's why. For the source, I felt like he was the sound of the entire West Coast. Whether he was the person who invented it or created it, I feel like he was the person that was pushed into the forefront.
Facts.
And with Pat, I don't think as good as Sharon is and as incredible as Bishop Brigante was when he was battling. Shouts to my man Brigante, who's going through a health scare. Man, I pray you see your way to the other side of it. Um, Without even though as good as they were, we wouldn't know people battle rap in Canada without past that.
Facts. Like
You know what I'm
Sharon
saying?
is like the and I say this with all due respect because your man's when he's in his bag is really difficult to beat.
Hmm.
But he's like the geeky kid that nobody really wants to hang out with, but got a super hell of a talent. And
I mean, he
Pat Stay was like the dude that hung out with everybody in school,
hmm hmm yeah,
and
yeah,
had bars.
yeah. No, Pat was the guy. Pat was the guy. Like it's not even close.
Like oh, somebody is interested in battle rap. What battle would you point them to first?
Do, 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 do. I would probably point them to. I would probably point them to JC versus Chilla Jones.
You read my mind, bro.
I would probably Chilla and JC. That's one of the best battles of all time.
Oh man, that is a absolutely perfect battle right
Hmm.
there, bro.
Hmm. That's Hagler Hearns right there.
Oh my god, you ain't said shit but a word, bro. Like
Hmm.
I might have to watch that again tonight, man.
Yeah,
Just
that's Hagler
because,
Hearns.
like I've watched that I don't know 50 times probably,
Yeah.
and it just I never have a clear winner, and it never gets old.
Hmm.
Although for
Hmm.
me personally, I
Hmm.
mean this wouldn't be my jump off like watch this, but for me what really got me into battle rap was what's FLO
Okay.
and what's the Asian cat's name?
Was it Dumbfounded?
Dumbfounded.
Yeah. Shouts to FLO. That's my guy. Shouts to Dumb too. That's my man too.
Yo, this
Yeah,
nigga
that's
said
dope.
the wildest, most. This nigga said the most fucked up shit about Dumbfounded.
Man,
Yo, that was one of the wildest battles I've ever seen, man.
that was from the era where you could say whatever you wanted.
And
Now you say some of that shit is over for you.
yeah, but yeah, man, the grind time era, man, just has some really classic shit. Niggas don't know.
Definitely. I'm super happy to be a part of that as well.
You know, you made mention of your mom's being proud of you sparingly as far as
Mm-hmm.
rap was concerned.
Mm-hmm.
Was the music?
It's not that it's sparingly. It's just that, you know what I'm saying. Like, my mother has always been proud of me, but it was just some things, you know, she couldn't necessarily grasp.
Yeah, do
You
something
know, yeah, I
tangible.
appreciate that. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I thoroughly get it. Was the museum part the biggest moment for the two of y'all?
I think it may be the biggest moment that we've shared. And my mother keeps all my clippings and, you know what I'm saying, like magazines and shit like that, like all my records and shit like that, like she has them. But I was very happy to be able to share that moment with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a place that I would come as a kid. Like, this is a place you would send me. You know what I'm saying, to come like enrich myself. And now I'm on these walls and I'm able to show you this. Like, so that was probably a bigger moment for me than it was for her. But she was proud, running around, running around getting autographs from everybody, like being a pest. But I was happy. I was happy that she was able to see her son in a different light.
Yo, man, I don't think that anything. I don't know if there's anything better, man, than your mother.
Yeah,
The look she gives you. You don't have to say anything.
yeah. Like, shit, I didn't fail. I didn't drop the ball.
Yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
God. Because there's some times I was a horrible son.
yeah. But there may not have been times you've been a horrible son. There were times where you made horrible decisions. I'm sure she never looked at you as a horrible son.
Oh, nigga, I was horrible at times. You know, I just fucked up shit.
Um,
But
I was trying to get you out of there.
yeah, I appreciate the look too.
Just trying to give you
But
the
you know
life
what?
raft.
The if you're lucky, you live long enough to appreciate your parents
Definitely,
and for them to understand your journey and appreciating them.
definitely.
Yeah, so I was lucky enough to have my moms for damn near 50 years.
Yeah, I'm glad, bro.
So
I'm glad.
if people want to get in contact with you, they want to book a show, they want to do anything like that, how they go about it?
Hit me on all my socials on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Marvwon. It is not rocket science. It's not Juan. It's not the number one. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's legit Marvwon.
Where you get the
Like,
name from?
so RIP, my man Big Cobb, who was one of my OGs, him and Hex. Um, I didn't have a rap name like when I came around the scene. I was legitimately just battling like as Marv. And he called me one day and said, "Yo, I got your rap name." I said, "Okay, what is it?" He said, "Anytime you're in a battle and I call people and ask them who won the battle, the answer is usually, oh, Marv won. So that's your name. MARV space WON, period. Like, it's a statement. That's what my name is. So that's why I take it kind of, that's why I take it to heart when people don't get it right.
Okay. And my apologies. I think in the StreamYard link, I made it Marv 1. I put the space in there.
It's all good.
So no, just that was done respectfully.
No, no, no. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
And it was like 5 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's all good with you, bro. Don't trip.
So and my bad, I interrupted you. Merch, anything like that?
Everything, everything. Just reach out to me. I got everything you need.
All right, bet. And if there is anything possibly I can do for you, man, I'm gonna shoot you my math after the show, man. I'll hit you up on Instagram and shoot you my math. It'll be intellectually petty radio. It's the same shit. And if you
Look,
need
I
anything, bro.
appreciate you.
Oh,
I
come on, man.
appreciate you, man. Thank you for having me, man. Thank you for giving me the platform and the opportunity to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, it means a lot. Just, keep doing what you do for sure.
Oh man, come on, man. It's fucking Marv 1. Who
No,
says no to Marv 1?
you'd be surprised.
I would be actually.
Yeah,
On that note, man.
yeah.
You have a good one, man. I'm wishing you all the success. You absolutely deserve it, bro.
Thank you, man.
And thank you for putting on for the city,
Man, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying
oh
for you,
come,
Detroit. I'm
bro.
trying.
You've already you have already accomplished a gazillion times more than most.
But not as much,
Is there
not as
something
much
else
as
I
me.
can help with?
I
Sorry, this is my
appreciate you,
fucking
bro.
phone.
Thank you.
This is my stupid phone.
No, you Gucci.
All right, man. Anyway, you have a good one, man. We're gonna be up out of here. Salute.
Salute.
Yo, It doesn't get much better than that, man. Shout out to Marvwon. Shout out to my manager, the GOAT. And matter of fact, we got another phenomenal one coming up at 7 o'clock, which is in just an hour. We have singer-songwriter Asia Pearson, which should be a really interesting conversation. Shout out to Teo Huru and Black Gun Owners Magazine. When I say, man, those two specifically have been rocking with the show for I don't know how long, man. It is an honor, and I don't take that lightly. Definitely appreciate y'all. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share the YouTube channel, Intellectually Petty Radio, the Instagram, Intellectually Petty Radio, the Facebook page, Intellectually Petty. You get the picture. Anyway, this is Jobs, and you've been tuned in to another episode of Intellectually Petty Radio, and I'm out.